Freakiest shit that a partner ever asked you to do that you did not know you were into until you did it.
So I don't usually talk about my sex life ever, but this is the one time I'm gonna say a story because it's funny. You know when girls would be like, oh, choke me and shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. At first, I ain't like that shit because I'm like, I ain't trying to get my ass in trouble. I was basically paranoid about it, but the first time it happened to me, we in there, we enjoying it, and, she's like, choke me. So I'm like, I don't know. And then she looks at me again. She's like, choke me. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, I bet. So I'm doing it. At first I'm like, oh, shit, she loves it. So I eventually like it. Now, we switch roles. At one point, I'm on the bottom, she's on top. The next you know, she starts choking me. So at first, the Nigerian in me came out. We had to take like a quick minute break. She's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, hey, don't be choking me and shit. She's like, just relax. So, we get back into it. So at that point, like, she doing it lightly. So I'm like still trying not to be paranoid. Then I don't even know what happened. At one point, my ass went to La La Land. And let me tell you something right now. Women are very, very dangerous. When you enter La La Land as a man, she has all the power. So I am so lost at this point. I can't even breathe. But at the same time, I'm enjoying that shit. This girl's asking me every question. I am confessing everything. I'm ready to give her my bank details, my insurance policy. So yeah. I like that shit.
The most insane serial killers I have ever learned about, I still to this day believe didn't work alone. So you guys know Jack the Ripper, right? Well, this guy not only outlasted and outdid him, but he put New York in one of the biggest states of fear and taunted investigators for years. Before we get into who he is and why I don't think he acted alone, let's talk about what he did. The first kill he ever made was stabbing 2 young girls on Christmas Eve of 1975. At this time, New York was an absolute shambles. People were being killed and assaulted all the time. Robberies were happening, bodies were being found, and the police really couldn't keep up with everything, so whenever this happened, it wasn't like a big news headliner. Well, a few months later, 2 girls were shot sitting in their car. Both of them ended up surviving, but it happened so fast that they didn't have any information on the suspect. Just some .44 caliber bullets left on scene. Well, the next attack occurred whenever this couple was sitting in a car. They reported that the whole car felt like it exploded, and the girl looked over and saw a bullet wound in the guy's head. Because of the bullets used, the police were able to make the connections.
Hey guys, so the story of what happened to my leg is that I was riding in Richmond Park just before Christmas when the horse I was riding bolted out of control onto the road. It fell on my leg and my bone came through.
Family, who is extremely homophobic, ended up kicking me out and replacing me with my best friend. My family is absolutely awful when it comes to topics about the LGBTQ plus community. Literally any mention of it and they get extremely upset, which sounds like they're suppressing something to me, but I had a friend that we can call Katie and my family absolutely adored her. Every Christmas they would buy her presents, she would spend family movie night with us, and they honestly treated her like she was the favorite daughter. So one day I made the decision to come out and I decided to talk to Katie about it. She was literally so supportive and so respectful that I gained the confidence to talk to my family about it. Bad idea. Health striked and they immediately kicked me out of the house. So I found myself on a schedule of switching from couch to couch at different friends' houses. One particular night that was really hard for me, I decided to go visit them. I was missing them and also hopeful that they might accept me back in. And as I approached the house, my best friend was over there. She was playing games and doing family movie night with them, and so I decided to knock on the door. I burst into tears and went off on all of them. The absolute audacity. Later, my best friend texted me saying that she had a secret. Follow my Insta.
Story time of how my best friend got so weirdly obsessed with me that she even plotted to kill my boyfriend. So at the time, me and this girl, let's just call her Olivia, had only been friends for about 2 years. I mean, we really did everything together. We were with each other 24/7, and we were pretty good friends. But the only thing about our friendship is she did not like when I had other friends. She didn't have any other friends herself, but literally she would joke around about strangling my other friends because she didn't like when I gave my attention to anyone else. But honestly, I just thought of it as a joke. And then I started dating this guy, let's just name him Jacob. He was probably the sweetest guy I had ever met, and he was a real simp for me. So we started dating and about 4 or 5 months go by, and he started getting these texts from a random number. And it would always be cringy things like leave her or you die, get away from her, and stupid cringy threats. Then one night, me and him were just hanging out. Then he gets a text with his exact address saying he had till tonight to leave me or he wouldn't see another day. Then we hear a knock at the door. I'm running out of time, for part 2.
So then, she drove back to her place. Oh, you want some of these?
Nah, I appreciate it.
Bet. She took her panties off, threw them on the ground. I looked at them. They was white. But they had some brown spots in them. So I said, what that is? She looked at me. She said, I ain't even gonna cap.
Oh, hell no.
I said, nope.
That's disgusting. Damn, so how'd you get back home? You had the Uber?
What you mean, my boy?
Oh, no.
Got to see it through, my boy.
God
Yep.
damn it.
I had sex with it.
I messed up by buying my 2-year-old daughter a Peppa the Pig piñata for her birthday. This well-meaning gesture turned into tragedy happened today. Like many toddlers, my kid loves that horrible little creature called Peppa. While I was shopping for birthday supplies this week, I saw a Peppa piñata and instantly thought 2 things. The kid is going to love this, and I'm going to love seeing Peppa get deleted with a stick. She saw it a couple of times during the week, and each time she was like, Peppa, hi Peppa, that's Peppa. So I knew without a shadow of doubt I had made the right choice. Cue the main event. In one corner we have Peppa, and in the other corner we have 15 older kids jacked up on cupcakes and soda. They don't care about Peppa, they only care about getting their necks fixed, and they know that fix is inside the paper piglet. My wife is holding up my daughter, and I'm standing beside them. The first kid steps up, and the adults are cheering, and the kids are hyped. 3 swings and 3 misses. The families are laughing and cheering as the next kid steps up. First swing, miss. No issues yet. Second swing, some light contact is made, and this is where it goes downhill. I look over and see visible concern on my daughter's face. Third swing, contact. Full on twack. The parents cheer, and the kids are now at a near fever pitch of excitement. Except for one. The one whose birthday we're here to celebrate. She bursts into tears, and I look at my wife in that moment, and we both realize we fucked up. She's 2. She doesn't know what the heck a piñata is. This is her first time seeing one. What she is seeing is her favorite cartoon character getting beat down by her cousins. Babe, maybe you should take her inside. I don't think this is going to end the way we thought it was going to. Yeah, you're right. That should be the end of the story, right? A lesson learned on what not to do next time. Nope. My wife needed to use the bathroom, so my daughter was wandering around the living room. My mom, who was in the upstairs bathroom, comes downstairs and saw my daughter and the excitement going on outside and scooped her up and brought her back outside. I'm on the other side of the yard as I see my mom come out with my daughter and I start walking towards them. Too late. She stops at the end of the deck, giving my daughter an unobstructed view of what happened next. The kill shot. One of the older kids let loose a thunderous haymaker and explodes Peppa. The parents cheer and the kids lose their mind. They're fighting each other for candy over the corpse of Peppa. My kid, unfortunately, lost her goddamn mind. Full on ugly cry while muttering, Peppa, 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 in between sobs. Thankfully, kids that age have short memories, but it took her a good 45 minutes to fully settle down from watching the murder of her beloved Peppa.
This dad put a recording device in his daughter's hair, and y'all ain't gonna believe what he caught her teacher saying. So little Emily was like any other 4th grader. She was fun, energetic, and liked by all her peers. But every day after school, her father would see her crying, and he knew something wasn't right. He was noticing his daughter's personality change. She became very emotional and started lashing out at all her friends and family. Every day before school, Emily would break down and beg her dad not to make her go to school. And every time her dad tried to ask her what was wrong, she would run away and not talk to him. Her dad was so frustrated, he decided to take matters into his own hands. He came up with a very secretive way to listen in on his daughter. He carefully put a recording device in his daughter's hair before sending her off to school. When his daughter got home, he took the recording device out of his daughter's hair. And when he plugged it into the computer, he was not ready for what he was about to hear. Like this for part 2.
Are you like a real fairy? Yeah. Immediately, question, how do I become one of you?
I don't think you want.
Yes, I do.
Oh, well, first we would need your soul.
Done.
And all of your human connections.
Okay.
And all of your money and wealth and property.
Sounds like a great deal.
Oh.
So, where do I sign?
Well, I'll go get the paperwork.
Perfect.
You're kinda unusual.
Yes, I know. Thank you so much.
I already know that nobody's going to believe me, but I need this video to exist because when I am found dead and they try to say I died of natural causes, this is the only evidence I've got. I have an 1.5-hour commute to and from work right now. My GPS says there's an accident coming up, take this detour. Mind you, I can see pretty far down the road and there's nothing there, but I take the detour anyway. The first weird thing that happened, I'm listening to like chill acoustic music, and the next song that plays is We Go Together from Grease. Odd choice, but no thanks, skip it. A second version of We Go Together from Grease. Didn't ask for this, how about we try again? You guessed it, a third version of We Go Together from Grease. Not necessarily crazy, but like, put me on edge. I start passing this gigantic building with huge walls, and jokingly I'm like, when am I driving past a prison? I was. Attica Prison. I did not think I was anywhere near Attica Prison. But as I drive by, alarms start going off. Mind you, this is the site of a very infamous prison riot. So I continue driving as fast as I can. A couple turns later, I'm in the middle of a cornfield. Expected. Normal for East Bumfuck, New York. I feel at home here. There's a clearing in the cornfield. I look to my right. There are two bare-ass fucking naked people laying side by side. I fucking shit you not, full bushes blowing in the wind. First thought was, holy shit, I've stumbled across two dead bodies. What am I to do? But both of them lifted their head up and watched my car pass as if they've never seen a car before and just laid back down like it was nothing. It was fine. Then I'm driving down a hill and in my lane, facing me the wrong direction, parked car. Interesting. As I get closer, I'm sure they'll swerve. They don't. They are parked there, and I get close enough to see it's two men in a front seat having a very calm conversation with each other, and just as I get close enough to see them, they whip their heads around and look at me as if I'm the inconvenience. Like I wasn't supposed to be there. The vibe was I'm not supposed to be here right now. And then like 2 turns later, I shit you not, I ended up on like a main road where I live. I can't tell if I stumbled upon a secret society and they didn't want me there, or if I just received several very bad omens. And I have to get on a plane on Saturday, so...
Picture this, you spend hundreds if not thousands of dollars on a luxury villa in a private island. You are promised to be flown in on a private jet, have top chefs make your food, see some of the best artists in the world. Seemingly on social media, big influencers might be there, such as Hailey Bieber, Kendall Jenner, but instead, what you spent thousands of dollars on was chaos. You are stuck on an island in an abandoned construction site with 5,000 other people, unable to find your luggage, fighting for people over wet mattresses, and unsure of when you're going to be able to go home. Oh yes, and this is your Top Chef food, by the way. This was literally supposed to be the greatest music festival of all time, and instead ended up being one of the biggest scams of all time. So how exactly did we get here? Billy McFarland, who happened to be a young entrepreneur, along with his friend Ja Rule, the rapper, were flying whenever they came across a private island. This island, called Norman's Key, was previously owned by Pablo Escobar, the drug lord.
My best friend broke his leg, so I went to go see him yesterday. I walk in and to my surprise, he has 2 beautiful sisters and they're twins. I've never met them before, but apparently they were away at college. But anyways, I went up to my friend's room and I asked him how he's doing, you know? He said, I'm doing alright, but can you do me a favor and grab me a pair of socks from downstairs? My feet are freezing. So I run downstairs, but I see his sisters laying down on the couch where the socks are at. I said to them, your brother sent me downstairs to sleep with you guys. They were skeptical, so they said, yeah, right, prove it. So I went close to the stairs and I shouted, both of them, right? He shouted back, yeah, dumbass, what's the point of only fucking one? You need the pair.
Stop being insecure. Fuck it. If she goes out with her friends, she goes out with her friends. And the guys always get mad. Yeah, but every time she goes out, guys buy her drinks, and then she fucking takes them. No shit. They're free, asshole. And if a guy is buying your chick at the club a drink, that means she's one of the hottest chicks in the fucking club. So you should be proud of that shit. You don't have to worry about it because she has your back. Every girl that has a man and she's at a club has their dude's back. Swear to God. And you know what I'm talking about. She'll keep getting those drinks for free. And then when that question comes, hey, do you have a boyfriend? Yeah, he's at home. His name's John. He's black. Bye. You know what I'm talking about. Every guy's bought drinks for a girl that had a guy. And you know it. They drop it on you the last second because that's what women do. She's going to get fucked up. And then she's going to come home drunk. And then she's going to want to suck your dick on his tab.
One time when I was 13 I went on Wattpad and started reading One Direction fanfics. I came across this story called Harry Styles Fantasy and I clicked on it. I was so into it 13-year-old me was humping my pillow every night while reading it. I finished it over the course of a week and fell into a deep state of depression, until I noticed something at the bottom of the story. It was an Instagram user and written next to it was "It's me, the real Harry Styles. This is my private account," and I started frothing at the mouth. I leaped at my phone to go into Instagram and I searched up the user and noticed it only had 84 followers. I thought, OMG, Harry Styles is so shy and mysterious, I wonder what he posts on his private. I followed and to my surprise I instantly got accepted. I could feel my hoochula pasatoochula violently throbbing. Oh my fucking god, the real Harry Styles literally just followed me. I sent a message saying, "Hey honey pie, I'm your biggest fan. I hump my pillow every night when I read your story," and he instantly opened it and started typing. At this point I was ready to squirt. Holy shit, Harry is typing to me, and he said, "I just looked at your page and you're very pretty. Would you like to meet up?"
Talking about how my parents sold me to my uncle. Okay, so boom, let's get straight into it. Ever since I was a kid, everyone would compliment me on how beautiful I was. Literally got complimented everywhere me and my family went. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, it's important. My My parents didn't see me as their beautiful child. My parents seen me as dollar signs.